replaced with theology. I would say it tenderly, but I want to say it in a way that shakes off the spirit of intimidation. It is a serious error that has no biblical basis to it. And the vast majority of these 700,000 who went to seminary in the last 50 years in North America, they can't defend it. They don't even know what to say about it, most of them. That's a guess. Just so you know, I've not met all 700,000 of them. So I'm just kind of throwing out this idea. But I want to tell you this. There is no sound biblical basis for this doctrine that's so prevalent for 1,700 years. It's one of the, I believe, great satanic strategies to have the end-time church unprepared for the greatest hour of history when they need to be most prepared in this reality. The covenant to Abraham, which has got all these physical promises, they're now just refashioned to being figurative and spiritual, and they're given to Gentiles. We're talking about the greatest teachers in church history taught these things over and over for decades. And the multitudes of church history just stared like deer in the headlights and said, okay, you're smart, I'm not that smart, you must know what I don't know. And silence has prevailed in this passive resistance that turns into arrogance after a period of time, if they're not careful, and that turns into apostasy. I began to study it. There isn't even one verse. How did this happen? Again, this is a serious demonic strategy through history to create anti-Semitism throughout history. That's horrific in itself, to cause Israel to be nearly, in a human sense, terminally offended at the church. So much of this anti-Semitism, this hatred against Israel, came out of the teaching of the church scholars that said the church is Israel. There's no more Israel. But I think some of this is rooted in a doctrine of demons. It really is. It's a demonic attack against Israel for 1,700 years, against the church, because the church not touching Israel is never going to enter into fullness. The church is never going to get to the next place unless we do it on God's terms and his way.